But everybody did a happy smiley.
You get your, okay, when you're ready.
All right. Okay, who here hasn't used internet? Use internet to communicate with friends and family? Raise your hands. You haven't?
Oh,
You have? Yeah, okay. I think everyone pretty much do use internet communicate. But I have a question. Do you know what's the language that most often used for communication in the internet? English, that's right. And do you know the second most used language?
Chinese.
Chinese. Thank you. I want to show you a graph just to collaborate. And if you look at it, did you see it? And I want to draw your attention to the growth rate, annual growth rate to English and Chinese. And you can see the Chinese growth rate is 3 times as much as that of English. So being the speakers of English, I thought the number one most spoken language in the world currently, I thought you might be interested in understanding the language that's creeping from behind. So today I'm here to illustrate you not spoken Chinese, but is written form that's best presented in the art of calligraphy. What is calligraphy? Calligraphy is the stylized writing of Chinese character. It is a traditionally it is an integral part of one academic study. Growing up, we were required to study calligraphy at a very young age and spend at least 1 hour a day to do it. So calligraphy is a very significant part of Chinese culture. So, and I'm going to show you the tools required to practice calligraphy. These 4 tools are called 4 treasures. Doesn't mean that you possess valuable artwork. It just refers to the tools. And this is the practice sheet. They're acrylic. The reason for that is to help the learners locate the central part of the character that's required to maintain the balance of the character. Second is to ensure the correct formation, size, and the placement on the paper of each character. And third is to obtain the overall harmonious proportion of the character. So that's that practicing sheet. And this is the brush. There's 2 parts. The body part or the stem is usually found made of bamboo, but they can also be found made of glass, silver, and sometimes even gold. And the hairbrush is usually made of animal hair, such as rabbit, wolf, deer, pig, and sometimes tiger. And it used to be a common practice for families to shave off their newborn's hair as a souvenir for the child. And when the child came of age to practice calligraphy, they will have a personalized brush. And here's the ink stick made of lampblack, aka soot, and combine it with some binders and tightly compress it into a stick. And last but not least, this is an ink pad, and this is made of stone, and stone is known to produce the finest quality of ink. And they can also be found made of ceramic and sometimes plastic, but that's the worst kind. I wouldn't recommend it. And to produce ink is you put drops of water, not too much, and you grind the stick against the pad, and you tilt it in an angle to create friction against the pad, and you start grinding it. And depending on the force you apply, it will take about 2 to 4 minutes to reach the consistency you need to write calligraphy. But 4 minutes for a child is like eternity. So it's like, oh gosh, when is it going to end? All right. The other thing is holding the brush also has a correct way to do it, like so. That's the thing. That's how you do it. And you have to maintain a perpendicular angle to the table that you do. and your elbow has to stretch out like this in order to gain control, full range of control of the brush. And the posture is also important. It's required to pay attention to your posture, because the posture will control the stress onto your arm or the strain onto your arm that control the hand, which control the brush. So your posture has a direct relation to the quality of the work you do. And you, if you don't pay attention, you will pay a big price for it, because in a class, sometimes the teacher will come from behind and slap your back. And you're like, what? And you will say, bad posture. And then you have to redo your work again. So you have to pay attention to your posture. And let's move on to the next visual. And this is a sample of calligraphy. Sorry. Calligraphy I produced. Not the best artwork you see, of course. And if I were to critique my own work, I would say, for instance, this focus point is a little too low, to be pushed up a little bit, and the line is a little edgy, too edgy. It's not a straight line, sharp line. And this one has the wrong placement. It should be extended a little bit further. So now I have shown you just a minute portion of Chinese characters through the work of calligraphy. And before I end, I would like to share a quote from a famous calligraphy artist, Joseph Huang. The way to master the art of Chinese calligraphy can be categorized into two major realms: the brush method, which is the actual technique and skill, and the mental method, which is the state of mind you are in when you're writing calligraphy. Each realm compensates each other. As I have shown you examples of Chinese character, a minute portion of Chinese characters, I hope you have gained a new appreciation of ancient art, Chinese calligraphy, and I hope I have inspired you a curiosity for the language of Chinese. And